You remember a few days ago when I told you I couldn't wait to play Juve Atalanta, that I couldn't count the hours? Well, guys, I changed opinion. I don't want to play it anymore. What a game. Ciao Juventini of the world. My name is Giuseppe. Welcome back on the channel. I hope you're all doing well. Juventus Atalanta, 8:45 p.m. here on the channel. Pre-game, watch-along, and post-game. I hope that I will see a lot of you. I hope you are watching this video. And if you do, please put a maximum of like. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel because we start speaking about the game of today. Juve Atalanta with some good news, with some bad news. The good news is that the squad list is out, and that's why I was waiting so long before recording the video, where we see that indeed Gatti is there, has been confirmed yesterday by Thiago Motta, but you never know. Renato Vega is back. We know that Rui is out, going on the list with Douglas Ruiz, Savona, Conceição, Bremer, Cabal, and Milik. On the other side, there was a huge big question since yesterday night, where we didn't know if Kenan Yildiz would be there. For what reason? The area. Hey guys, it is what it is. And that's really an annoying part, because I think sincerely that Kenan could have been the decisive man of today's game. The good news, I told you, is that he is there. He is in the squad list. The bad news is that I don't know if he will start the game of today. I don't know if he starts or if he plays, in what form he will be, in what shape he will be, because we are playing against a huge big Atalanta. I can tell you that it will be a big game, that if I go with prediction today, before the kickoff, a few hours, even before knowing the lineups, which I usually don't do, I would go with a 0-0. Then we'll see the lineups from Team Juve, Team Atalanta, and we will go with other predictions, but at the moment I would go more for a 0-0. Motta, esame scudetto. Motta exam scudetto is the huge big title of Tutto Sport. Is it really an exam scudetto? Calma, calma. It's not an exam scudetto. Not on the 9th of March. Not today yet. What is the game of today? Well, if Juventus they beat Atalanta, we go equal points. And that's a third spot game today. Today we have, I will not even say a comfortable position in the top 4 in the qualification for Champions League, but at least we reach Atalanta, which a few weeks ago it would have been totally impossible. Important because from an illusion you can maybe even start a mini dream of qualifying to the Champions League and dreaming a bit for more. On the other side, if Atalanta wins today, well, for them, they go at again -3 from the top, from Inter, which means they continue their dream of winning their very first Scudetto in their entire history. So I can tell you that for both teams, it will be an extremely important game with a lot to win. On the other side, also a lot to lose, because now we spoke about what could possibly be if the teams are winning, but what if they lose? What if they don't have the full points today, with Juve would go closer again to the top 5, especially because I just saw the result of Bologna that won 2-1 against Verona. I know that Lazio is playing tomorrow. Pay attention to that ranking. We know that yesterday Milan won. Difficult for them to enter that top 4 after the latest results. But we know that Juventus is really risking more than going to the top and dreaming, to living a real nightmare for what would then be the last 10 games of the season. On the other side, Atalanta, we all know it. If today they don't win, with the calendar that they have, with the schedule that they have, probably they also say goodbye to the Scudetto run. So it's a big team for both of them. That's why I go towards more a 0-0. Yesterday I was pissed off with a lot of Juventini. They never learn their lesson. You never learn, guys. You never learn. I didn't watch Inter Monza. Some people told me, Beppe, will you watch the game Inter Monza? I don't care. I was hoping for a draw. I thought that Monza would have done a surprise. I said it when I was live with Haj. By the way, thank you for the people that watched that huge, long 1-hour podcast that has been appreciated by a lot of people, but especially thank you to Hash for being here together with me. Well, in that live I said, I think that Monza could do a surprise, and it's true that at a certain moment I start receiving a lot of notification of direct messages. Beppe, go live, Beppe, did you see what is happening? Beppe, attenzione, is that 1.38% chance for a Scudetto increasing at the moment, because did you see what is happening? Inter is losing 2-0 against Monza. First instance, I just closed the messages and I continued to do what I was doing, means watching a movie together with my son. And then I said, wait, the game is not over. There is an entire second half to play. I watch again during the movie, I see 2-1. I watch again during the movie, I see 2-2. And at the end, I watch again. And it is a 3-2 for Inter. Interminabile. never-ending, endless Inter is the title of Corriere dello Sport, but this is in general for all the game. Never start celebrating before the triple whistle. That's what happened. Did I believe at a certain moment of being already at -3? No, I didn't take it into consideration. Even when I saw the first time that Inter was losing 2-0, I said, wait, before really celebrating, before taking it into account, before even thinking to record a video about it, I just want to see the end result of Monza Inter. I also want to see the end result of Juve Atalanta, because we know it. If we want to dream, if we want to have a small percentage of chances, we need to win. We have no chances for any mistake. And that's what I loved when Mr. yesterday in press conference spoke. Yesterday we made a debrief of it, but there is maybe one thing that we didn't stop enough. When he was saying about the 5 wins in a row, which one is preferred one, a lot of people would have thought the second half against Inter. He said, no, according to me, what is important is to win. Even dirty wins are bringing the victories, and no matter how we win, we love winning, because if we win, we live better. We live better. That's a bit what he said. We live well when we win. Why am I underlining that situation? Because this is also what I feel between us, what is living between us Juventini. When we win, and especially with 1 game a week, you have an entire week where you really feel much better, where you have enthusiasm, when there is a smile, where you don't worry anymore that much about what could possibly go wrong, but you are focusing on what could possibly go well. And I believe that the team, especially that really young team, is actually having the same as us, Tifosi. It's one of the first seasons where I really don't see a big, huge disconnection between the team, the players, and what we are feeling as supporters. And that's a big one. That's a really big one. Anyway, Inter yesterday at the end, they won. Milan at the end, they won. So pay attention to the one in the back at the moment more than the one ahead, even if today a lot can be said in the run for that top 4 with Juve that could possibly win against Atalanta, or Atalanta, unfortunately, that could win against Juve. But at the moment, what is true is that Inter is at +4. I'm waiting for the game Napoli against Fiorentina. Now, the second topic, we are speaking now really about Juve Atalanta. I told you that Kenan Yildiz could have been the decisive man for that game. I'm not speaking about him scoring a goal. I'm not speaking about him doing an assist or doing a roulette a la Zidane. But when I'm saying decisive, of the way how probably we wanted to play. But unfortunately, yesterday we saw it. Intestinal virus, stomach problems. That means that he has a bit of diarrhea. He cannot, or he is at risk not of being called up, because we saw it. It's official. He will be there in the Allianz Stadium today, but not sure if he will be able to start, which means that we need to change everything. We have already some lineups today. The lineups of today, the predicted lineups of today, they are still not sure. They are not sure of a lot of things. They have huge big questions in defense. They don't know Koopmeiners, McKennie, will they play? Will one of them play? Will they play both together? Well, what is Gazzetta dello Sport is the closest to the one that is correct, because they received them from Giovanni Albanese, saying Di Gregorio into the goal, Wea, Gatti, Kelly, and Cambiaso, the 4 men in defense, which means we continue with the one that we had last week. Locatelli, Thuram in at 4-2-3-1, and that's where we see already some changes with Yildiz in question mark of starting the game. Koopmeiners, McKennie, Nico Gonzalez, and Kolo Muani. I'm not sure if that will be the lineup. I'm seriously not sure that will be the lineup, because that would mean that you are playing your 4 midfielders. There is nobody else. Douglas Luiz is not there. Fagioli is gone. There is no other midfielders. If you want to do a change during the game, well, forget about it, because there is nobody else on the bench. So I don't think that these will be the 4 that will start. Or Koopmeiners will be sacrificed, or McKennie will be sacrificed. Hopefully not Thuram, because that would be, I think, a really huge risk from Thiago Motta of not starting, the one that actually is the best in terms of contribution after Dusan Vlahovic in the beginning of the season. So don't do that. And then Kolo Muani up front, that is winning against Dusan Vlahovic for the start of the game. When I tell you that it's a lineup that could possibly change in the back, because with Kalulu that is there, I really think that Kalulu will start. So pay attention, will start over Kelly, taking his spot back next to Gatti. And then some surprises, I can see them also up on the field. I could possibly see up on the field Dusan Vlahovic starting against all odds, with Kolo Muani on the right side, Nico Gonzalez on the left. Nico Gonzalez on the left also to protect a bit Cambiaso, that loves to go centrally, that loves to go offensively, and then Kolo Muani that can take care a bit more of the offensive part with Wea that is a bit more blocked there on the right side, shifting a bit to that towards that three-man defense when we have that ball, with Wea that is going closer to Gatti, Kalulu, with Cambiaso that have the opportunity to go a bit more up. So that's what I could possibly think could be the one. Of course, I would have loved to see Yildiz from the start, because I told you he could have been the man that solved that game for his defensive support, especially to help Cambiaso, to free up, to unlock Cambiaso. It's not the case, so Nico Gonzalez could possibly do that work, and I would love then Colomoni to do the work on the other side of the field. Well, that could be, according to me, one of the lineup that worked really well. With McKennie starting, Koopmeiners on the bench, depending also on the fatigue of the USA boy, because that's something that I don't know. Today we are playing the best attack of Serie A against the best defense of Serie A, 59 goals scored by the Bergamaschi. 21 goals conceded by Juve. We are speaking about the strikers that are really scoring a lot. Retegui, 21 goals in Serie A, 12 goals for Lukman, even if you want. Charles de Kedera, it's not properly a striker, but 5 goals for him in Serie A. So it's a team that knows how to score. It's a team also that is there on top, number one in terms of touches in the opposition half, with 28 touches in the opposition half per game average, where Juve, if you want to know, it's 22 touches per game. So there is a huge big difference. 16 goals outside of the box, 11 goals from set pieces. So it's a team that is scoring from every single position of the field, every single way, with whatever meant. So how do we stop them? That's probably the question that you will ask me. Easy, but easier said than done. Keep them far away from your last third. Keep them extremely far away. Keeping them away from the box is not enough. So really keep them away from the last third. Super important. And your wingers and your fullbacks, they need to work together, especially in non-possession. They really need to work as pairs. Supporting, defending, communicating, who is man marking who, how do you block who. That will be extremely important. So wingers, fullback, and then try to not let them come too much close. How are they, Atalanta, when we are having the ball possession? They go especially in defense with a one-on-one aggressive pressing man marking. So need to pay attention to that. How do you solve that? Well, clean build up from the back, important. Di Gregorio will be important, but also the one that is carrying the ball. So a Kalulu, a Locatelli, super important that they are clean and accurate in when they are building from the back. Hopefully we don't see too many long balls. And then the runs of Kefren Thuram that could possibly break the line. You know, when he's carrying that ball, going through, that could also be a super important one to break the lines of Atalanta. That's what I wanted to say in that pre-game. Is it a pity that Yildiz is not at 100%? Yes, because I said that he could have been really a decisive man for the game of today. But then maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he's feeling super fine and he can play today from the start and he's delivering a caviar performance. Hopefully, yes. So we see each other for a pre-game, watch along and post-game here on the channel. Grazie, forza, Juve.